The paradox we are about to explore is called the paradox of the unexpected truth. It whispers to us softly, questioning the paths our minds take when faced with the strange and the unfamiliar. How do we decide what to trust when reality offers a story too peculiar to fit our everyday logic? In this quiet space between belief and doubt, where the surreal shades of truth flicker like candlelight, the paradox unfolds. It reminds us that sometimes the most unbelievable thing carries the heaviest weight of reality. Here, in the shadowy corners of perception, light and darkness entwine, inviting us to consider that what surprises us might hold a secret deeper than the familiar ever could. Imagine the subtle tension born when our expectations crumble beneath the weight of the unexpected. The world hums its steady rhythm, yet an odd vibration disturbs the air, a hint of something hidden beyond the grasp of casual scrutiny. The paradox of the unexpected truth sits there like a muted lantern, casting shadows on what we think we know and illuminating what we refuse to see. It challenges the quiet security of probability, inviting us to listen to the strange tales that do not fit the pattern, to entertain the thought that sometimes the improbable resonates louder in the chambers of our minds than the mundane certainty we cling to. Kira is a journalist with a keen eye and a restless heart. She moves through her days chasing stories that others dismiss, seeking truths tangled in webs of rumor and omission. One evening, alone in her small apartment dimly lit by a vintage lamp, an anonymous message appears in her inbox. A brief, unsettling claim that something unbelievable could be true. There is no signature, no explanation, just a spark of intrigue. Kira's world narrows as curiosity warps into obsession. In the quiet glow of the night, her fingers hover over the keyboard, caught between laughter and the chilling pull of a secret waiting to surface. As the days pass, Kira's initial skepticism fades, replaced by a growing sense of unease and fascination. She uncovers hidden links, tangled financial morsels that connect shadows to light, deceit to fact. Each revelation feels like stepping deeper into a labyrinth where walls shift and the familiar dissolves. The room around her seems to blur, the soft candlelight flickering against journals scattered across the desk. Here, the paradox reveals itself. The stranger, the truth, the more it insists on being heard. Kira becomes a solitary figure caught between disbelief and acknowledgement, her every breath a question mark suspended in time. The paradox tightens like a vine around Kira's resolve. Every discovery tips the balance between doubt and conviction, making the unbelievable unavoidable. She wrestles with an invisible conflict, the part of her that craves clarity and the part that senses some truths refuse simple explanation. The unexpected becomes both an accomplice and adversary, weaving tension through her thoughts like silver threads tangled in darkness. The words from the anonymous tip echo beneath her skin, a strange rhythm unsettling the steady pulse of what she believed possible. In this realm, reality seems fluid, shifting beneath a waning moon's hush. Kira's investigation deepens, pulling her into a world where certainty fractures and shadows reveal fragments of hidden structure. Each revelation, though bizarre, withstands scrutiny. Layer upon layer resists unraveling. Unlike the eager tales of fiction or conspiracy, these fragments are anchored in verifiable fact, crossing lines drawn too neatly by expectation. She confronts a puzzle woven with threads of improbability, where strangeness itself becomes a measure of authenticity. The paradox becomes a dance of light and shade, compelling Kira to question the wisdom of disbelief and the courage needed to embrace mysteries that quietly defy logic, but speak with undeniable truth. In this unfolding tapestry, Kira senses a shift within herself, a movement from resistance toward acceptance of the paradox's nuance. The unexpected truth is no longer a threat to her understanding, but a challenge to expand it. Strange and beautiful, The paradox reveals that sometimes the world whispers reality in riddles, trusting only those willing to listen beyond the surface. The tension between what should be and what is dissolves under soft candlelight, drawing Kira into a fragile peace where disbelief softens to wonder. It is here, in the silent spaces between knowing and doubting, that the paradox becomes a guide rather than a puzzle. As Kira's journey reaches its quiet conclusion, she lets go of the need for immediate answers. The paradox of the unexpected truth settles into her being like a forgotten melody drifting through a fogged window. It teaches her that truth does not always arrive wrapped in comfort or simplicity, but sometimes emerges in the strange, unexplained folds of experience. The layers she uncovered hold firm not because they are easy to believe, but because they withstand the light of patient examination. This lesson lingers, delicate and persistent, reminding us that reality does not owe us coherence, only its existence beyond our comprehension. Now, as night deepens and the world softens into stillness, Kira contemplates the paradox that shaped her quest. She wonders quietly if she would have recognized the truth had it come cloaked in ordinary words. The unexpected carried its own weight, a gravity pulling her beyond comfort into a space where doubt and faith entwine. She smiles faintly, aware that some truths only reveal themselves when we surrender to their strangeness, welcoming their presence without demanding ease. In the flickering candlelight, Kira embraces mystery, not as an enemy, but as a companion guiding her through shadows toward fragile clarity. So, as you lie here now, quiet breathing mingling with the muted glow of night, ask yourself this gentle question. When a truth arrives cloaked in the unexpected, do you close your eyes in fear or open them wider in wonder? Is a misfit story worth your suspicion? Or is it perhaps an invitation to see beyond the veil of familiarity, to honor the sacred strangeness whispering in the dark? If reality slips quietly from your expectations, would you notice, or would you simply let it pass? The paradox waits patiently, nestled in the space between belief and doubt, inviting you to dream not just of what makes sense, but of what might be.